Hi, and welcome to my sixth Java programming tutorial. Last time we used the primitive data type double and made a program that calculates the area of a rectangle. Simple? Well, sure, if you've been working with your Java for a while, but when you start out, not always. As you learn Java, you'll see that in the beginning you'll be using a lot of time making these small programs or bits of code, and then you want to compile them and run them and nothing happens except errors popping up. Or something does happen, but you just know that the output is not the right answer. Now that can be very frustrating. There are a few reasons why your programs might not work. One is called a syntax error. What it means is that you're not following the Java syntax or Java language, and that is important. I could give an in-depth explanation for this, but for now, the easiest way to explain how critical it is to follow the syntax of the Java language is to show you. Because trust me, you don't have to do much to get a syntax error. In Java, semicolons end all lines of the program other than control constructs like if and else and things like that, but they are so easy to forget. So let's say we take away a semicolon behind the word height and we try to compile the program. You see we're going to get one error, and the program here on the tool output tells us with a arrow pointing up that there's something wrong behind the word height. If we place the semicolon back again, compile, tool completed successfully. So the semicolon, that's a syntax error in the Java language. Braces are used to begin and end all blocks, and braces are always paired. So if you have an opening brace, you'll always have a closing brace. So let's take one of these closing braces away. We compile, and we get an error, and it's telling you here that you're gonna need a closing brace. We put it back, compile, tool completed successfully. Also a syntax error. A lot of editors are going to color code your keywords, but if you accidentally have pressed the V instead of the B in double, it's going to show you already that you have a syntax error. Now system out print line, if you place a small s instead of a capital S, compile it, you have a syntax error. Let's make this a capital S again, compile, tool completed successfully. One last one here. Height is a variable name that we have given the program, but let's put in two E's in height, and we compile. You will get a syntax error, and the reason is that height with two E's have not been declared. We have declared height with one E. We take that E away, compile, tool completed successfully. So when you're writing your source code straight from a school book or other, or you're trying out your own little program and it doesn't compile, start looking for syntax errors. Then we have logical errors. In this scenario, the source code that you have written follows the Java syntax or language, which means that the program will compile. But it might crash while it is being used, or it might just work fine, but you are not getting the output you want. Sometimes these errors are even harder to find. In our last tutorial, tutorial 5, we went through the making of this program, how to calculate the area of a rectangle. And we know that the calculation formula for finding this area is width times height. And with the width of 5 and height of 4, which we have in this program, it should give us 20 square meters. Let's say you don't know the formula, or you're guessing, or you believe that you do know the formula, but you're wrong. or you just unknowingly put an addition in the formula instead of the multiplication that it should be. If we now compile it, tool completed successfully. If we run it, we get 9 square meters. 5 plus 4 is 9. Now, that's something we have done. It's not the program making an error, and this is a logical error. Well, I hope this tutorial helped you out a little bit when it comes to the difference between a syntax error and a logical error. Until next time.